Charlie Brown. Welcome to Puckett Fieldhouse on the campus of Central Methodist University. Tonight, basketball action, women's, men's doubleheader. Central Methodist Eagles versus the William Penn Statesmen from here in Fayette. Come into the ball game. Central Methodist with a record of 15-1 overall, 8-1 in the heart of America. William Penn, ladies come in with a record of 11-4 overall and 7-3 in the heart. So 3 wins. They're 2 games behind Central in the standings. So it would be in Central's best interest to stick another loss on them and move them a little further back into the pile. I'm looking to see if they have not played each other yet this year. This is the first meeting of the season between the two. You see up on your screen the information about the teams, their records and all. And we're just about set to go. We've got about 2 minutes before the horn is going to sound, and we will have a prayer and the national anthem, and then the introduction of the starting players for both sides. For Central Methodist, they are led in scoring by Mercedes Jefflow. She's averaging 18.2 per game. Right behind her is Lene Rodney, averaging 17.9. And Crimson Jones rounds out the scores in double figures at 10.9. Cheyenne Allen averages 9.3. Veronica Prasadio, 7.5. And Gloria Malumba, 6.9. Those are the leading scores for the Lady Eagles. Over for William Penn, their leading scorers. Brenda Pennington, averaging 12.2. Kate Yatalo averages 10.9. The only 2 players in double figures for William Penn. Then Brittany West averages 8.5. Bailey Reardon, 7.3. Autumn Voigt, 6.5. And Olivia Usher at 6 points even. So we're just about set to go. They've put the starters up on the board, so we'll know who they are in just a second as we get ready for all the action here in Heart of America play from Puckett Fieldhouse in beautiful Fayette, Missouri. The Lady Eagles are on an 8-game winning streak right now, and they're 15-1 and rated 8th in the nation in the last NAIA poll. William Penn is not in the top 25, but they are receiving votes, which means they would be probably in the top 30. So should be a good matchup here, and the men's game following after this, about a half an hour after the ladies' game ends. So they're doing the NAIA sportsmanship promo read, and then we will have the prayer. And we'll turn over to that, and then we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll be ready for the introduction of the starting players.
Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes. Protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you today in all we do on and off
introduction of the starting lineups. From William Penn Statesman, 11-4 overall, 7-3 in the heart. Starting out at 5'7" guard, senior Kate Yatalo, number 4 from Maple Plains, Minnesota. Brenda Pennington, number 10, a 5'5" guard, senior from Hammond, Indiana. Autumn Voigt, a 6'1" senior forward from Clintonville, Wisconsin. Haley Mullenix, a 5'7" junior guard from West Branch, Iowa. And number 33, Olivia Usher, a 5'10" senior forward from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Head coach Steve Williamson in his 3rd year there. Assistant coaches Brita Hand, Jenna Santee, and Sam Ofsted. Now for the Lady Eagles. 15-1, 8-1 in the heart. A 5'11" senior guard from Compton, California, 0 Mercedes Jefflo. At a guard, a 5'10" senior from Long Beach, California, number 11, Cheyenne Allen. Number 22, a 5'11" senior from Flora, Illinois, at a forward, Crimson Jones. A 5'9" senior guard from Peekskill, New York, number 23, Lene Rodney. And at a forward, a 6'1" senior from Helsinki, Finland, number 32, Gloria Malumba. There are your starting lineups. So we're just about set to go from Puckett Fieldhouse. Lady Eagles doing their little huddle ahead of time. We'll get, there we go, get that off the screen. We're ready to go from Puckett Fieldhouse. It will be Autumn Voigt, a 6'1" senior, to jump center, and we'll see who comes out to jump for the Lady Eagles. They break. We'll soon see who comes out, who's going to do what. It looks like it will be Gloria Malumba against Autumn Voigt. Lady Eagles, white uniforms trimmed in green and black. Lady Statesman's dark blue, gold and white. And we are set for the opening period here. Swing and a miss by both sides, and we'll re-jump. They'll reset the clock to 10 minutes. It knocked 2 seconds off. Both swung and missed at the initial tip. It's in the air, and William Penn has the basketball to start with. This is Usher with the basketball. Hands it off, and a quick trap on Pennington. Back to Usher, right side. Tripped again. Across the way it goes to Yatalo. Top of the key, Pennington again. There comes a blocking foul is going to be called on Cheyenne Allen. Her first foul as she tried to draw a charge but called for a block. Oh, it goes on Crimson Jones instead. My fault. Mullenix to bring it in. Gets it into Pennington. To the corner it goes. Jeff Lowe all over the ball player over there. Knocked out of bounds by Allen. Shot clock's down to 12. We're 33 seconds in and haven't gotten anything close to the basket yet. And it comes to Usher. She gives it back to Pennington. Back to Usher, top of the key. Everybody goes with her. She goes down the lane, puts up a little jumper, can't get it to go. Rodney's got the rebound, and there's going to be a foul called on the play. Lene Rodney grabs it. Autumn Voigt with her first personal foul, first team foul, and here comes Cheyenne Allen on the move. Skips it all the way across. It's Allen with the basketball now. Back to Jeff Lowe. She's going to drive baseline. Underneath it goes. Three in the corner, no good. That was by Crimson Jones, and down with a rebound. Pennington's got it over onto the wing. This is Mullenix with a three, can't get it to go. Long rebound, comes out to Usher, and she's got it, gives it back to Pennington. Going to run offense again. Mullenix to Yatalo, underneath it goes. Nowhere to go with Rodney cutting off the baseline there. Back it comes, 5 on the shot clock, trying to go down. And a travel going to be called, and a turnover. And it goes back to the Lady Eagles. We played 1 minute and 29 seconds, and we don't have a scorer yet. Allen across. Jones in the corner to Rodney. Jeff Lowe in this corner draws a double team, cuts through it, down the lane. Runner put up, bounces around and goes 2-0. So Pennington on the run now, 2-0 for the Lady Eagles as they grabbed an early lead. Down the lane trying to make a play is Usher. Can't find anywhere to go. Jump shot from the free throw line by Autumn Voigt is good. Ties the game up. Jeff Lowe going to tie her shoe while her teammates walk the ball across half court. They'll wait for her. She's kind of important. They go ahead and run the offense, and here comes Jeff Lowe coming across half court. Allen with it. Jeff Lowe with her shoes tied. Hoists up a three, and it's good. She's got all 5, and it's 5-2 in favor of the Lady Eagles. Pennington directing traffic. Voigt. Usher back to Pennington. This is Mullenix trying to go down the lane. Can, and there will be a travel. Another travel call, and that one goes against Usher. And checking into the ball game comes number 34, Brittany West. 5'11" junior from Shakopee, Minnesota. Jones, Rodney in the corner, looks inside to Malumba, can't find anywhere to go. Now they get it inside to her. She kicks it right back out. Cheyenne Allen with a three on the way, good. 8-2 for the Lady Eagles as they're sharp early on the threes, 2 for 3 early in the ball game. Rodney almost with a steal, goes off of the hands of Mullenix, and it goes back to the Lady Eagles. Second turnover, third turnover actually. 2 traveling calls in that. Jeff Lowe, extended right wing into the corner. Rodney's going to try a three from there. No good. Tipped around, knocked around, and there's going to be a foul underneath on Malumba. Underneath trying to get to the rebound. It'll be her first personal foul, team foul number 2. And now the tying shoe has caught effect, and now Mullenix is having to tie her shoe. It's an epidemic. Coaches tell their kids, check your shoes. So we're back to action. This is Pennington to bring the ball up the court. Voigt, Pennington again, looks down for a cutter, can't find it. West provides a screen, Pennington around it, to the corner. On the wing, nowhere to go, try to get rid of it. Jeff Lowe with the steal, she's on the run. It's 1-on-2, and she's going to pull up. Crimson Jones, three beyond the line, up in the air, no good. So they made a couple, and now they've missed a couple of threes. Voigt. Into the corner. Here's a three on the way from there. Rims out, top of the backboard, no good. Not called out of play, and it's tipped out by Cheyenne Allen as it hit the top of the backboard, and that caused a problem with the timing. 24, Mackenzie Pesley into the ball game. And Mullenix checks out. So Pennington to inbound the ball. Gets it in, almost loses it, gets it back. Going to dribble top of the key, look for somebody. She swings it over to the corner, tipped out of bounds by Jeff Lowe. As Statesman tried to work it all the way around to the corner to get it over to Yatalo in the corner. But that did not work out well. Pennington. And another travel call. That's the third travel call against the Statesman here in quarter number 1. And William Penn calls a quick timeout. So we'll see if it's a 30-second. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break here. You're watching basketball action on the Eagles Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We're back. 30-second timeout taken there. William Penn down 8-2, wants to use the timeout early after the turnovers. As I look, they're 1 for 4 from the floor in the ball game. Central Methodist 3 for 6. 5 turnovers on the board already for William Penn. Rodney left wing, looks inside for Malumba. Double team there. Jeff Lowe left corner, gets it inside to Malumba. She saves it. No, she doesn't. Steps on the line. And that's a turnover against Central Methodist. That's the first one clocked up for them. Bailey Reardon, a 6-foot freshman from River Falls, Wisconsin, checks into the ball game for William Penn. Yatalo, Pennington on the right side. Inside it goes. Taking it to the hoop, right at Mutombo and getting it to go. That's Bailey Reardon just into the ball game. Her first 2 points. Allen tries to get it inside. It's tipped, but it gets to Malumba. She puts it up. Well, won't fall, but she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Gloria Malumba at the free throw line. A 42.5% free throw shooter, so not her strong point. She misses the first one. Second one hit back of the rim, no good. And with the rebound is Pesley. Gives it to Pennington, who brings it across half court. 4:55 to go here in period number 1. It's Yatalo trapped, steps on the end line as it goes out of bounds, and another turnover. Jeff Lowe, right wing extended, into the corner it goes to Rodney. She's going to drive baseline, kick it back out. Jeff Lowe into the corner. Crimson Jones, 3 on the way, doesn't draw anything. And Yatalo with the rebound. Top of the key, straight away, 3 on the way, no good. Rattles around inside, it's on the floor. Rodney comes out with it and starts the break, gets it ahead to Jeff Lowe. She stutter step, takes it to the hoop, lays it up and in. She's got 7 of the 10 points in the ball game for the Lady Eagles. Mercedes Jefflow quickly down the floor, losing control of it, and an offensive foul going to be called on Bailey Reardon as she lost control of the ball and bumped into a Central player. Deja Eli gets ready to check in, and she'll check in. Crimson Jones will check out, and Olivia Usher back in the ball game for William Penn. So Allen brings it across. Coach Mike Davis telling Eli who she's guarding on the other end of the floor. Rodney looks inside. Jefflow top of the key. Eli into the corner. Allen back out. Jefflow looks to drive. Can't. Kicks it right back to Allen in the right side. Inside to Malumba. She spins on the baseline. Out to Eli. Top of the key, Rodney. 5 on the shot clock. Inside to Malumba. She loses the handle on it, into the corner, going to have to fire, gets it away, in the air, no good, and Pennington with a rebound. So they ran the shot clock down to the last second, was not able to make a basket, and Pennington with the ball in the front court. Allen on her, she drives into the hoop, gets turned back away. Yatala puts it up, can't get it to go. Rodney with a rebound to Jefflow. And the Lady Eagles are on the run. Jefflow's going to continue until somebody stops her. Allen in the corner with a three, can't get it to go, so all of a sudden stone cold from the three-point line are the Lady Eagles. 2 for 7 now from there. Yatalo. This is West with it. Inside it goes, nice look, puts it up too hard, can't get it to go. Jefflo with a rebound, quickly out to Eli. She looks around, she's a southpaw. Allen, inside it goes to Malumba. She spins, turns, can't get it to go. Eli with a three lined up in the air, no good. As the Lady Eagles are settling for threes right now, and they're not falling. They did early, they're not anymore. Usher to Pesley. Back to Usher. Yatalo finds her way down the lane. Eli steps up and blocks it. Nobody goes to get it. And the Statesmen still have the ball. 3 on the way and good. I think that was Pennington. That's her first points of the ball game. 10-7, 2 minutes to go. Rodney, she's going to take it to the hoop. She's fouled on the way there. It's on the floor, so it'll be out of bounds. That's team foul number 4, I believe. Jefflo to bring it in. Across it goes. Jefflo gets it again. Eli, and there's going to be a 3-second violation called. So it goes back to the Statesman. Pennington looks inside, can't find anywhere to go. Down the lane, swatted away by Eli. She's got a couple of blocked shots since she's gotten into the ball game. Long pass in. And this is into the ball game number 3, Madison Rogan. She loses the handle on it. Ahead it comes. Jefflo runs it down, steps back, puts it up and in. And a foul out front.
Personal foul on Jefflo, her first.
Fouls on Jefflo, her first foul. Team foul number 3 on the board. And Rogan brings the ball in. Pennington with it, looks to the left, comes back top of the key, thought about it, fake there. Pennington again, drives down the lane to the left, stops for a jumper from the free throw line, up and good. Brenda Pennington, leading scorer at 12.2. She's got 5. It's a 12-9 ball game now for the Lady Eagles. Preciado into the ball game. Malumba to the hoop, can't get it to go. And here come the Lady Statesmen back again. Pennington looks left. Around it comes. That was Rogan. Pesley with it. Pennington back. Taking it to the hoop against Eli. Steps back and will have a travel called with 21 seconds. So the Lady Eagles will get the last shot if they want here in the first half. Mercedes Jefflo walking around like she got hit in the mouth. She's going to bring it up the court. Rodney back to Jefflo. 12 on the shot clock, game clock. Malumba a long way away. Eli top of the keys, down to 4, 3. Preciado is going to step up and fire 3 at the buzzer. Can't get it to go, and that's the way the first period ends with the score. Central Methodist 12. And William Penn 9. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching basketball action on the Eagle Sports Network.
Cutting up paper? What's that for? Yeah, what was that all about?
That you guys have been arguing about how the dealership's going to be named in the future. So I just thought we'd cut up the names and put an equal amount in there and then have a drawing, and that's what the name will be.
Hey, Ryan and Ross, can you come look at this trade-in?
Rickball Auto Group.
All right, that's a
Hey, they all say Rickball. They're all Rickball Auto Group.
And don't forget, shop us online at Rick.
First period in the books. 12-9 as Mercedes Jefflow has 9 of the points for the Lady Eagles. Only 2 players scored for them in that first period. As we wait to see who all comes out on the other side, as the looks like we've got more new players. Nija Taylor is in. Madison Rogan on the floor. Mackenzie Pesley. Christmas Pauk, who ended it, is back on. Eli with a jumper and good. Deja Eli with her first 2 of the ball game, and it stretches out a little bit. This is West. Hands off to Rogan. Foul going to be called. Neither side got into the bonus in the first period. That's the first foul of the second period. Goes on Crimson Jones, and that's number 2 on her. Rogan gets it in to Taylor. Inside it goes. Making a move left-handed, can't get it to go, and a foul going to be called on the rebound. There's Christmas Pauk. Missed the little shot underneath. Christmas Polk with her first foul. Autumn Voigt back into the ball game for William Penn. So it's Jones, Jeff Lowe, Pasiato, Eli, and Rodney on the floor for the Lady Eagles right now. 2 players in the same spot. That'd be Eli and Rodney. Jeff Lowe bumped, and we'll have a blocking foul called on the in line there. We'll see whether it goes, which of the 2 young ladies that were there will get the foul. Whether it goes on Voigt, as she and West were both there. That's her second personal foul. And it comes into Rodney with a height advantage. She's going to spin and go to the hoop, and she tries to. And she's going to be called for an offensive foul. Said that she pushed off with her hand. That's her first personal foul. So we played almost a minute. Not much has happened yet. That was Taylor with it. West, underneath it goes. Shot blocked out of there, and a late whistle blows after the shot. And it's going to go on Deja Eli, her first foul. Foul number 3 so far in this period on the Lady Eagles. 2 on William Penn. It's William Penn basketball underneath their own basket. Taylor to get it in, does so. Little short jumper, brims out no good by Usher. It's on the floor. Prasiato gets it. And they're going to have a conference because the ball was headed out of bounds, hit the official. Central bench is saying that it was deflected that way. The official on the side says he didn't see it. The official underneath the basket says it's your call. Coach Mike Davis not liking that very much, but it will go over to the Statesman. And Rogan will inbound the ball. 8:56 to go here in period number 2. Taylor at the point. Rogan into the corner. 3 on the way from there. Comes up with nothing but air. Prasiato with a rebound. Jones skips it all the way across. Taco Prasiato, no good. Rebound by Brittany West. Little weave going. Pesley. Usher. West. Cut off there. Taylor looks inside. Back to West. Around it goes to the left-hand side. This is Rogan dribbling around. Taylor going to take it to the hoop, has it knocked away. Coming out with it is Eli. She's tripped by Rogan, and the foul's going to go on Madison Rogan. First personal foul. Sam Caruth checks into the ball game. Pennington and Mullenix check back in. So Pasiato goes and takes a seat. It's Rodney, Caruth, Jones, Jeff Lowe, and Eli. Skip it all the way across. Caruth from the corner, three in the air and good. Sam Caruth off the bench with a three. 17-9, more pressure, and an offensive foul going to be called on Haley Mullenix. It'll be her first foul, and that's team foul number 4. So the bonus will come into effect for the Eagles on the next common foul. Cheyenne Allen in, Lene Rodney out. And this is Jeff Lowe, back to Jones. Allen in the corner. Caruth, where she just made one, skips it back to Allen. Going to take it around to the right side. Jeff Lowe back to Allen. She looks inside to Eli. Ball fake, couple of fakes there. Gets it back to Jones. 13 on the shot clock. Jeff Lowe into the corner. Caruth from the other side thought about a three, didn't take it. Skip it quickly around Allen. Top of the key. Jones' shot is blocked. Ends up in Jeff Lowe's hands. She has to fire it up at the buzzer. It doesn't go. And down with a rebound is Usher. Gives it to Pennington. Going to walk it across. Eli goes for the steal, can't get it. Poke with a shot, can't get it to go, and there's a foul on the rebound. And that'll go against Yatalo, her first personal foul. And we're in the bonus now, as that's the 5th foul. So to the free throw line, I think we'll go Cheyenne Allen, and she's going to get to shoot a pair. Allen on the season, a 68.9% free throw shooter. 31 of 45 on the season. First one is good. Stretches it out to a 9-point advantage. Haven't put it there. There it goes up on the board. Second free throw. Off, no good. Malumba back into the ball game. It goes out of bounds. And the officials are going to confer. One says white, the other one says blue, and it'll be the William Penn team that gets it. So Rodney back into the ball game for the Lady Eagles. 6:45 to go, 9-point advantage, low-scoring game so far. That was Yatalo. Into the corner it comes. Down low. Inside to Polk. Mullenix gets his pass off. Jumper no good. Caruth with the rebound. Quickly to Jeff Lowe, and she's going to run it up the floor. Back to Caruth. She puts up a long three. Can't get it to go, and it's going to be run down in the corner by Yatalo. Polk. Mullenix. Double team. Pennington steps inside the three-point line. Polk with a jumper from the baseline, doesn't get anything. And Rodney out battles 2 William Penn players to get the ball. Here comes Caruth. She's going to get it back inside to Jeff Lowe, where she's triple teamed. She tries to dump it. Allen runs it down, takes it down the lane, puts it up too hard, can't get it to go. Malumba can't get the rebound, and Pennington has it on the way out. Lady Eagles average 88 points a game, and they have 18 halfway through the second period. Pennington, who's got a three already, puts up another one, can't get it to go, tipped around, ends up in Polk's hands. Back out to Pennington. Driving down the lane, putting up a shot, foul called. That'll go on Rodney. That'll be her second personal foul. And I believe going to the free throw line will be Olivia Usher.
Number 23, Lady Riley. Her second. Entering the game for the Eagles, number 10, Taylor Victorine. Number 25, Deja Eli.
Taylor Victorine in and Deja Eli in as well. It looks like Usher is a 78% free throw shooter. First one's in the air and good. 18-10, first point of the ball game for Usher. Pennington's got 5. Second one is also good. Eli to get the ball in. Allen going to bring it across midcourt. Caruth. Jefflo, who's been quiet since early in the first period. She had 9 quick points, and that's where she's at right now. Malumba inside. Back out to Jefflo. Caruth in the corner. Eli swings it around. Jefflo inside. Malumba turns, spins, puts it up and in. Malumba with 2. She's got her first points of the ball game, and it's 20-11. Back to a 9-point advantage. Mullenix. Yatalo. Usher underneath the basket with Eli on her. She's going to try and get down the lane. Can't do it. Pennington cutting to the basket. Going to be fouled, and it went between 2 Central players, so we'll see. Taylor Victorine with the foul, her first foul. And to the free throw line goes Brenda Pennington. She's an 86.4% free throw shooter, 38 of 44 on the season. In the air, good. She's got 6 of the 12 points on the board for William Penn. Second free throw. Also good. 20-13. 4:30 to go as Allen brings it across half court. Jefflo paying special attention to her. She averages 18 a ball game. Pulls up, thought about it, didn't take it. Eli looks at a 3, doesn't want to take it, waits for somebody. Victorine around the corner. Jefflo, Allen in the corner, doesn't settle for a 3. Jefflo down the lane, gets bumped, puts it up, banks it in, and she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 1. Foul goes on Peasley, her first foul. 11 points in the ball game, half of her team's points. Free throw is good. 23-13, biggest lead at 10 for the Lady Eagles with 4:04 to go here in period number 2. Malumba out away from the basket, bumps a little bit, gets away with it. 3 on the way, rattles around, no good, and a foul over the back. And it looks like may go on Eli. That's another issue right now. Looking at the rebounds, 20 for William Penn, 11 for the Lady Eagles. But the turnovers, 11 turnovers for William Penn, 3 for the Lady Eagles. First free throw, no good by Usher. Second free throw is good. Usher with 3 points in the ball game, 23-14. Allen, Eli, Victorine. Malumba tries to go. Eli with 3 outside, can't get it to go. Everybody tries to get to the basket. Nice play by Jefflo as she kept it alive, and now she's got it in the corner, and she's going to take a 3 from there. Can't get it to go. Eli with a rebound, too hard, can't get it to go. And down with a rebound is West. 9-point advantage. Baseline it comes. Kick it back out. Pennington thought about a 3, didn't take it. Here comes Usher to give her a pick. Back into the corner it goes to Peasley. Top of the key to Yatello. Going to pass it back out. Usher from beyond the beyond the free throw line. Good, just inside the 3-point line. 5 points in the ball game for Olivia Usher. And it's a 7-point lead for the Lady Eagles. Jefflo, top of the key. Allen, corner it goes to Eli. Back to Allen. She looks inside for Malumba. Now she gets a pick. Malumba's going to take it down the lane. She passes it, but there's going to be an offensive foul called on Gloria Malumba. That's her second personal foul. They would have been better off. She passed it, and it was going out of bounds because who she passed it to had left that spot. But she's called for running into a player after that. So 2 on her. 2 on Eli. 2 on Jones, who's on the bench. Yatello, left wing. Straightaway 3, too hard. Jefflo with a rebound, and it's 3-on-1 down the floor to Eli. She lets traffic go by. She lays it up and in. 4 points in the ball game for her. Back to a 9-point advantage with 2 minutes to go before halftime. Victorine, dogging Pennington. Now she switches off, double team. Yatello has it. Free throw line jumper on the way, no good, but she runs down her own rebound, or that is Peasley with the rebound. It goes off of Peasley out of bounds. It'll be Central Methodist basketball.
Entering the game for Central Methodist, number 3,
Elizabeth Spencer. Liz Spencer into the ball game. Victorine goes to the bench. Allen. Eli. Jefflo tries to pass inside. Right to a William Penn player. 2-on-1. Pennington pulls up for a jumper. Nice and easy there. About a 10-foot jump shot. She's got 9, and it's back to a 7-point game with 1:22 to go. Eli Jefflo hasn't gotten anything going since early. Goes to the hoop, puts up a runner, can't get it to go. Usher with a rebound to Pennington, and here comes William Penn on the move to cutting into the lead. Right down the lane, blocked again by Eli. That's her third block of the ball game so far. Natalia Spiegel into the ball game. And Ashley Martin into the ball game for the Lady Eagles. Coach Davis trying to find a group that can work, and that foul is going to go on Spencer, a push-off, and that'll send Pennington to the line. She's got 9 points. She's going to shoot a pair. Pennington 2 for 2 from the line. Going to get 2 more. First one in the air, good. 6-point advantage. 1:03 to go here in period number 2. William Penn averages 71 a game, Central Methodist 88, and we're on course for a 60-point ball game. Martin gets it across. This is Jefflo with the basketball, directing traffic. Allen, Martin, corner to Spencer. She's going to take it baseline, try and cut through, and she's going to be fouled on the way through, and I think that's going to go on Usher. That'll be her first personal foul. So at the free throw line, Spencer on the season 6 for 10 from the free throw line. She's going to get a pair here. First one in the air, good. 26-20. Just under 50 seconds to go here in period number 2. Second one also good. Victorine getting ready to check, or that's Caruth maybe getting ready to check back in. We'll see. It's Taylor Victorine back into the ball game. And Jefflo goes to the bench for the last 45 seconds of this first half of play in period number 2. Pennington. Martin jumps out on her. 3 guarding her. She stripped of the ball. It was a nice strip on the play. As that was Spiegel who did that, but she was standing on the end line when she did it. She made contact with the ball while standing out of bounds, so it goes back to William Penn with 17 on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock. 7-point advantage. Pennington reluctantly takes the ball out of bounds, gets it in. That's a 3 on the way, no good. Long rebound. Martin can't get to it as Yatello missed it, and now Pennington's got the ball, and there's 14 on the shot clock, 22. So they're going to have to shoot, and the Eagles rebound, get the ball back before the end of this second period. Pennington looking for a way down the lane. It parted very momentarily. Yatello with a shot, blocked by Victorine, and out comes Spencer with the ball. 6 seconds. She's got plenty of time. Finds Allen. Allen with a three on the way, front of the rim, no good. Going to bounce, go out of bounds, and that'll be the end of this first half of play with the score Central Methodist 27, William Penn 20. We'll give you a quick scoring recap, and then we're going to take a quick break. For Central Methodist, they are led by Jeff Lowe with 12. As I try and roll my screen up a little bit, there we go. She's got 12, 4 points apiece for Eli and Allen, 3 points for Caruth, 2 points for Malumba, and 2 points for Spencer for William Penn. They are led by Brenda Pennington's 11, 5 points for Olivia Usher, 2 points for Bailey Reardon, 2 points Autumn Vaught, and that's their scoring. So 27-20 at the half, low-scoring ball game. We're going to take about a 4 or 5 minute break, and then we'll be back with halftime statistics and other information as you watch basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
Here at Rick Ball Ford Lincoln, my team is driven to be different. Different in a great way because we're going to give you the very best customer satisfaction anywhere. One of the parts about our dealership you will love is our 1995 oil changes. You get a free alignment check, you get a free multi-point inspection, you get a free car wash. Everybody will get all of that combined for $19.95. Stop by today or come visit us at rickball.com.
When you buy a used car, how do you know that it hasn't been in an accident? Experienced water damage or worse have major engine problems. This is Kyle Wymuth with WK. Here, all pre-owned vehicles less than 10 years old and under 100,000 miles come standard with peace of mind, wrapped up inside a 6-month, 6,000-mile powertrain warranty. And because we sell more vehicles than anyone in West Central Missouri, we get more quality trades, so we don't have to shop the used car auctions. For used car peace of mind, visit WK in Sedalia, Boonville, and at WKFamily.com.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
0% for 72 months, plus generous cash savings on our most popular trucks and SUVs now at WK. Enjoy 0% for 72 months, plus cash back on Silverado and Sierra trucks, most Buick SUV models, and the Acadia Terrain and the all-new 2020 Equinox. Winter is here, and there's no better time to get behind the wheel of a powerful new four-wheel drive than now at WK in Sedalia, WK Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Boonville, and at WKFamily.com.
You were cutting up paper? What was that for?
Yeah, what was that all about?
That you guys have been arguing about how the dealership's going to be named in the future. So I just thought we'd cut up the names and put an equal amount in there and then have a drawing, and that's what the name will be.
Hey, Ryan and Ross, can you come look at this trade-in?
Rick Ball Auto Group.
All right. That's a
Hey, they all say Rick Ball. They're all Rick Ball Auto Group.
And don't forget, shop us online at rickball.com.
We're back. It's halftime here at Central Methodist. 27-20 is your score. We'll take a look at some halftime stats for you as you can see them come up on your screen. Shooting not very well, not very good for either side. Field goal percentage, 22.2 for William Penn. 34.5 for Central Methodist. Free throw percentage, 57 for Central Methodist, 87.5 for William Penn. On the three-point line, neither side doing much at the three-point line. William Penn shooting just over 9% from the floor. Central shooting 16.7. William Penn with a rebounding advantage, 25-17. And of those 25, 9 are offensive rebounds. But where William Penn has been hurt is on the turnovers. They have 11 turnovers in the ball game to just 5 for Central Methodist. Also, bench scoring. Central has 9 points off the bench and only 2 for William Penn. Points in the paint, 12 points for Central Methodist to just 2. Second chance points, 8-0 in favor of William Penn, as that's the rebounding issue. Points off turnover, those 11 William Penn turnovers have turned into 10 Central Methodist points. I gave you the percentages. Here are the numbers on the shooting. Field goal percentage, 6 of 27 for William Penn in the first half, 10 of 29 for Central. From the three-point line, 1 of 11 for William Penn, 3 of 18 for Central, and Central had 2 3-pointers to start the ball game. So after that, they went about approximately 1 for 15 or 1 for 16 from the three-point line. Free throws, 7 of 8 for William Penn, 4 of 7 for Central. And again, the rebounding, 16 defensive, 9 offensive for William Penn, 12 defensive, 5 offensive for 17 for Central Methodist. So there are your numbers, your scoring leaders. Pennington with 11 for William Penn, Jefflo with 12 for Central. Rebounding leader, Lene Rodney with 5 for the Lady Eagles, Yatalo with 5. And the assists, Jefflo has 2 and Yatalo has 2. So there are all the numbers that we can come up and give you for this first half of play. As we watch the men's teams shooting hoops here at halftime while we wait for the ladies to come back out. In the men's ball game coming up in a little bit, it's the number 5 team in the nation, William Penn, to take on the Central Methodist. William Penn's men average 105 points per ball game. So they put them up. They are beating their opponents by an average of 25 points per game. So I look at the William Penn, they are 15-1 overall, 9-1 in the Heart of America Conference, and Coach Sherman says he thinks they may very well be the best team in the nation, that they're going to move up to at least number 4 in the next poll when it comes out. But that is the men's game coming up in a little bit. The number 8 rated Central Methodist Lady Eagles with a tussle here going on against William Penn with a score 27-20. As we continue at halftime. As the men continue to warm up, we still have more than 5 minutes to go here at the half. The ladies have not come back, so we're going to take a break, run a 2 or 3 commercials, run a Central Methodist commercial so you can see more about the Central Methodist campus, and then a couple, one from WK and one from Rick Ball. So we'll be back in about a minute and a half here on the Eagles Sports Network.
0% for 72 months, plus generous cash savings on our most popular trucks and SUVs now at WK. Enjoy 0% for 72 months, plus cash back on Silverado and Sierra trucks, most Buick SUV models, and the Acadia Terrain and the all-new 2020 Equinox. Winter is here, and there's no better time to get behind the wheel of a powerful new four-wheel drive than now at WK in Sedalia, WK Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Boonville, and at WKFamily.com. 0% for 72 months, plus generous cash savings on our most...
Cutting up paper? What's that for? Yeah, what was that all about?
That you guys have been arguing about how the dealership's going to be named in the future. So I just thought we'd cut up the names and put an equal amount in there and then have a drawing, and that's what the name will be.
Hey, Ryan and Ross, can you come look at this trade-in?
Rick Ball Auto Group.
All right, that's a
Hey, they all say Rick Ball. They're all Rick Ball Auto Group.
And don't forget, shop us online at Rick
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We're back at Central Methodist. 27-20 is our halftime score. It was 12-9 in favor of the Lady Eagles after the first period. As the Lady Eagles are back on the floor, the Lady Statesmen from William Penn not back out yet. We've got just over 3 minutes on the clock. They'll be back out soon. But the shooting has got to improve for both sides, especially the Lady Eagles. Is 3 of 18 from beyond the arc. I mean, they're still shooting 34 and almost 34.5% from the floor other than that, but a long drought in the three-point range as Jeff Lowe, two threes early in the ball game, got the Eagles out to an 8-2 lead, and then didn't hit another three for a long time until Eli hit one in the second period. So the shooting's got to get a little bit better. Malumba inside has been tied up. They're dropping and double teaming her on a regular basis, so she's not able to turn and get anything. Somebody's going to have to hit from somewhere or drive to the basket. That's usually Jeff Lowe and Rodney's thing, because I don't think Lene Rodney has much in the ball game either. She picked up 2 fouls and had to go to the bench for a while. As she's got 2. Jones has got 2 fouls, and Malumba has 2 fouls. So 3 of the starters with 2 fouls apiece all went and sat for a while after they pick up their second foul. So 12 points for Rodney, leading the Lady Eagles. As we're just about set to get back, Statesmen are back on the court, warming up. It'll be back to the original starters for Central. Mercedes Jeff Lowe, Cheyenne Allen, Crimson Jones, Lene Rodney, and Gloria Malumba. For William Penn, it will be Yatalo, Pennington, Voigt, Mullenix, and Usher, their original starting 5 as well. So we're just about set to go. With period number 3, as we're under a minute to go, a couple more shots. Everybody will head to their benches, get their final instructions, and we'll be set to go. Period number 3, and if I look over correctly, the possession arrow is headed in William Penn's direction, so that looks like they will get it to start this third period of action. Do want to say something about, if I can find it real quick while we're waiting. The Heart of America has a Athletic Conference Commissioner's Cup that's based on standings and finishes for conference games between the sports most played by all of the institutions. That would be women's volleyball, men's basketball, women's basketball, baseball, and softball. So at the halfway point first semester, here are your standings for that Commissioner's Cup. Central Methodist is in first place with 35 total points, thanks to the soccer programs and the volleyball program. Grandview second at 26, Evangel 23.5, Baker 23, Benedictine 19.5, Mid-America 17, Mount Mercy 16, Missouri Valley 14, William Penn 9, Clark 8, Culver Stockton and Graceland with 4 each, and Peru State. So congratulations to the fall athletes at Central Methodist, second back-to-back, their back-to-back championships in men's soccer. We're back to action. That's Mullenix to Pennington. She looks inside, back to Usher outside. Usher going to take it baseline, can't get anywhere. Dumps it off to Voigt. Out to the corner, Pennington. Stick with her because the clock's running down. Jumper up, no good. Tipped around and goes out of bounds off of Central, and it will stay with William Penn. They've run 33 seconds off, and they have another 20 on the shot clock. Pennington to bring it in. Count begins. Inside it comes. That's Voigt. Has it knocked away from her by Jones. And Jones picks up her third foul as Voigt started to take it across the baseline. That's her third personal foul. Corner it comes. Pennington getting picks on either side from Voigt and Usher. Usher with the basketball. Back to Pennington. Looks inside for Voigt. Pennington. Inside it goes. Allen knocks it away. And Jones comes up with it. Quickly down the floor to Rodney. She's got no points in this ball game. She takes it to the hoop, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul, and that'll be foul number 3 on Lene Rodney. Rodney on the season averages almost 18, and she has 0 in this game so far. 2 players quickly with 3 fouls. Coach Davis yelling that they got to work. And the scorer's table buzzes the horn, and they want to know. They've got the foul on 32, Malumba, and it's not. It's on 23, Rodney, I believe. They've got the 3 and the 2 dyslexic. So we'll see if they get that straightened out. As we wait to see, they have not. They've left it with Malumba, so they have her 3. Now they've switched it. Now Rodney has the 3 fouls. Malumba back to 2. As here comes one official over to ask, is everything okay? And the answer is yes. So Pennington brings it now into the front court. Usher. Back to Pennington. Underneath it goes. Nice cut by Voigt. She lays it up and in. 4 points in the ball game for her, and it's down to 5 as the Eagles finally get the basketball after. And there will be a foul called as we're now in a foul fest. A lot of bumping went on in the first half, and not much being tolerated here. That foul goes on 25, Haley Mullenix, her second foul. Jeff Lowe steps back, 3 on the way, no good. Rodney with a rebound over the top, lays it up and in, and a player down. That's Mullenix down on the floor. Rodney with her first points as she took the ball away, and Mullenix took a tumble face down. Trainer on staff here at Central Methodist quickly out onto the floor to check on her. So the first points of the second half, a minute and a half into it. We won't conjecture on any kind of an injury here, but she's down on the floor talking to the trainer. Coach Williamson out there to check on his player. That would be Haley Mullenix, a 5'7" junior from West Branch, Iowa. She's up, walking off on her own power. Seems to be okay. Let's just hope maybe she had the wind knocked out of her. Looks like she's favoring her right arm a little bit as she walks off. But Peasley's going to check in for her spot. It will be William Penn basketball underneath the Central basket, so they're going to have to get it in, take it down the court, the length of the court to get into scoring territory. Allen and Jones going to try and keep the ball out of Pennington's hands. Pennington's got it. She tells everybody to walk off. Jones is watching, looking for a chance to double team. Brenda Pennington. Stolen away by Jones. Races with Pennington down the floor, puts it up and in. Jones with her first points of the ball game, and she averages almost 11. 31-22, back to 9. Another turnover for William Penn. Pennington gets a pick from Usher, gets a pick from Voigt. Gives it to Peasley. This is Usher down the lane, trying to find somewhere to go, throws it to the corner. It'll go out of bounds, and another turnover. That will be number 14 in the ball game. Cheyenne Allen brings it up. Jones, left wing, skips it right wing back to Allen. Looks inside, can't find Malumba. Jeff Lowe does. Malumba turns, goes left hand up, partially blocked, and it's a miss. Looking to see. That was Voigt that partially blocked Malumba's shot. And that's Voigt with the basketball. Usher gets a pick. Switch there by the Lady Eagles. Partially blocked there by Jeff Lowe as Yatalo tried to put it up. Jeff Lowe runs down the pass as it was too far. She tries to hook it to Malumba, but it goes over her head. Back to Jeff Lowe, straight away, 3 on the way, won't go. Malumba had a chance at the rebound, can't get it. And out on the run comes Yatalo. Pennington, 6:46 to go here in period number 3. Voigt down the lane against Malumba, puts up a runner, can't get it to go. Rodney with a rebound, loses it. It's a jump ball. It'll go Central's way. Jones into Allen. She'll walk it up the court. Back over to Jones, left wing, into the corner to Rodney. She's going to drive baseline to Malumba, but she wasn't ready for it. Jeff Lowe gets it. Little runner. It didn't run, but she's going to be called for a travel as she started to go up with a shot and then decided not to. But she's called for a travel, and that's turnover number 7 in the ball game for the Eagles. And here comes Pennington. 27-20, so Central has outscored William Penn 4-2 in the first almost 6 minutes of this third period. Allen all over Pennington. And finally a foul call, and that's only the first on Cheyenne Allen. That's the third team foul against Central. Only one team foul against William Penn here in period number 3. Pennington, a 5'5" senior out of Hammond, Indiana, runs the offense. Yatalo back to Pennington. Allen has her. Usher tries to drive down the lane, and we'll have an offensive foul called on Usher. That's her second personal foul. Olivia Usher, 5'10", senior out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. She's got 5 points in the ball game, picks up her second foul, second team foul against William Penn, and Allen brings it up. Jeff Lowe, been really quiet. She had 9 points early in the first period. She got 12 total. Now, Allen thought about it. Rodney in the corner. She'll drive. Jeff Lowe will drive. Kicks it all the way over into the corner to Jones, but her pass inside to Malumba is taken away. And here comes Yatalo with a 3 on the way, and she hits it. She's been looking for an opening to get a shot off. She had it there. She nails the 3, and it's back to a 6-point Lady Eagle advantage with 5:10 to go in the third period. Allen thought about it, gets it inside to Malumba. She's going to kick it all the way across to Jones, almost into the bench. Malumba's going to give her a pick. Second three-pointer in the air, no good, comes up short. Nice box out, and here comes Usher on the run, and she's got Voigt ahead of her, lays it up and misses the chippy. But they're going to run it back down, as does Voigt, but then she travels as she bumped into her own player, Yatalo. Deja Eli checks back in. And Bailey Reardon checks in, a 6-foot freshman from River Falls, Wisconsin. Jeff Lowe with 12 in the ball game. All the Lady Eagles well under any averages. Eli tipped and goes out of bounds. They say it goes off of Pennington, which is a break for the Eagles. We'll see. Nobody wants to come take it out of bounds. Here comes Allen to do it. She was going to let Rodney do it, but Rodney turned around and went back to a spot. And Jeff Lowe's got it. Back to Allen. Top of the key. Matchup zone by the Lady Statesman. Rodney going to break through it, though. Goes to the hoop. Comes up short. Eli battles for the rebound, and they'll call it a jump ball, and that'll go over to William Penn. It's a matchup zone now for William Penn, and it's caused a problem for the Lady Eagles. They're not able to penetrate with a move to the basket, a drive, and they've been cold from the three-point line. 31-25. Each side has scored 4 points so far. I take that back. William Penn has scored 5 in this period so far. Underneath it goes, another nice pick and a lay-in. That's by Reardon. Her 4th point of the ball game, and it's down to a 4-point game. Lady Eagles are used to 31-27, 31 points midway through early in the second period, and this is midway through the third period, and then the three-pointer missed. And Pennington down with the board. Chance to cut the lead in half. Jeff Lowe all over, tries to get it, is knocked down, and it's going to be a kick call on Jeff Lowe while she's laying on the floor. It'll be William Penn basketball right in front of their own bench. And it comes to Pennington. 20 on the shot clock. Allen on her. Usher top of the key with Jones on her. Comes around a pick. Jumper on the way, no good. Long rebound. And William Penn runs it down again. Yatello from the corner. She's a three-point shooter. She misses that one. Third chance at a basket for William Penn as they run down another rebound. Pennington going to back out, reset. Central being out-rebounded 31-10 right now. 3 on the way and good. That's by Peasley, and it's a 1-point game. There's Eli in the lane, little runner up and in, and a timeout called by Coach Davis over at Central Methodist. It's a full timeout, so with a score of 33-30, 2:54 to go in period number 3, we're going to take a break. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back right after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
0% for 72 months, plus generous cash savings on our most popular trucks and SUVs now at WK. Enjoy 0% for 72 months, plus cash back on Silverado and Sierra trucks, most Buick SUV models, and the Acadia Terrain and the all-new 2020 Equinox. Winter is here, and there's no better time to get behind the wheel of a powerful new four-wheel drive than now at WK in Sedalia, WK Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Boonville, and at WKFamily.com.
We're back. 33-30 in favor of the Eagles in a low-scoring ball game that has seen neither team be able to get any offensive momentum going at any point in time. 12-9 at the end of the first period, 27-20 at the half, 33-30 right now. Again, Central averages 88.6 points per ball game. William Penn averages 71.3. And we've got 33 and 30 on the board. It'll be William Penn basketball after the Deja Eli basket. They get it inbounds. Peasley to Usher with Jones on her, and Jones has fouls. There's Jeff Lowe with a steal off the pressure. She runs Pennington off, lays it up and in. Jeff Lowe with 14 now as the pressure is turned up by the Lady Eagles. And there's an offensive foul on Pennington as she extended her off arm and is called for a push-off. That'll be her first personal foul, but it is a turnover. And Pasiato back into the ball game. Gets it in to Jones straight up. Passes the three, back inside. Pasiato turns lane, tries to go back, gets away with a travel, puts it up and misses. Eli with a rebound, and there's going to be a foul called, as they're going to say that Yatello undercut Eli as she went up for the rebound. And that goes on Reardon, her third personal foul, team foul number 4, so the Lady Eagles will start shooting free throws with the next common foul. Pasiato down the lane, around the corner, lays it up left-handed and misses. Usher with the rebound to Pennington. 3 on the way, no good. As Peasley missed, a shot misses, and the ball goes out of bounds off of 2 Central Methodist players' hands as Eli and Jones were battling for it. Taylor Victorine checks in. Pasiato checks out. Brittany West back into the ball game for the Lady Statesmen. Pennington to bring it in. They've made some nice back cuts and got some baskets, and there's Usher right through the lane, lays it up and in. That was easy, 35-32 now. Victorine. Jones, top of the key, drives down the lane, going to kick it. No, she's going to put it up left-handed, and looks for the foul, doesn't get it. And here comes Pennington with the ball. 3 would tie the game with 1:45 to go, and there's a 3 and the miss. Jefflo with a rebound, and she's going to have 2-on-1 as she outruns everybody else down the floor. Victorine from the corner, a 3, no good. That would have been her second one, but does not convert on it, and West with a rebound. Pennington against Victorine. West. Eli on her. Back around left-hand wing to Pennington. She looks inside. She had Usher. Didn't go there with it. Here's West. 3 on the way. No good. Tipped around. 3 players there. And we're going to have what called? 2 officials raise their hand. The one on the far side says it's a foul on Eli. Her third personal foul as the fouls are mounting up now. As Jones has 3. Rodney has 3. And Jones goes to the bench with 3. And Malumba back in with 2. First free throw good. 35-33, as close as William Penn has been since it was 5-0 Central. Second free throw also good. So it's getting down to a little bit of pressure time for the Lady Eagles. They haven't been in a game like this for quite a while. And Jefflo turns it over, trying to make a pass. We're under a minute to go, and now Jefflo picks up a foul in the back court. And that'll send Usher to the free throw line. And Usher in the ball game. She has 7 points. She's a 78.6% free throw shooter. She's got 2, and she could give William Penn a lead here in the third period. First one is in the air and good. 10 of 11 from the free throw line. That one also crawls in, and William Penn with a 1-point lead at 36-35. Victorine. Malumba inside, can't get it to her. Swing it to Eli. She looks inside. Jefflo going to take it baseline, try and come around, kicks it all the way over to Victorine in the other corner. Rodney going to step back for a 3. On the way and good. Lene Rodney with a big basket. She's got 5 now in the ball game. About 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Tipped and stolen by Eli. And now the Eagles can get the last shot as we're at 16. Shot clock's off, play clock running down. Jefflo going to hang on to it. Looks like the Lady Eagles will go in with at least a 2-point lead. Jefflo fakes, 5 seconds to go, into the corner. Rodney, who just made a 3, shoots another one, misses. Pennington just hangs on to it, and that'll be the end of period number 3. 38-36 in favor of William Penn. We'll be back with fourth period action in just a second. We'll take a 30-second break here on the Eagle Sports Network.
0% for 72 months, plus generous cash savings on our most popular trucks and SUVs now at WK. Enjoy 0% for 72 months, plus cash back on Silverado and Sierra trucks, most Buick SUV models, and the Acadia Terrain and the all-new 2020 Equinox. Winter is here, and there's no better time to get behind the wheel of a powerful new four-wheel drive than now at WK in Sedalia, WK Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Boonville, and at WKFamily.com.
Ready for fourth period action. Low scoring ball game, 38-36. Lady Eagles with the lead. 12-9 Lady Eagles at the end of one. 27-20 at the half in favor of Central Methodist. And 38-36 right now as the Lady Eagles were outscored 16-11 in that third period. And William Penn had a lead at 36-35 before a three-pointer by Lene Rodney. So that's where we're at. We'll get you the players on the floor. It will be Central Methodist basketball. It's Eli, Jefflo, Rodney, Malumba, and Victorine on the floor. Mercedes Jefflo. Victorine on the right wing. Wants to go inside. Can't do it. Rodney, who just made a three from out there, passes it up. Jefflo. This matchup zones cause problems. Into the corner it goes. Eli, left-hander, three, no good. Jefflo with a rebound. Going to bring it back out. And she's going to look for a shot. She's going to take it down the lane, and she's going to be fouled. She'll go. No, she won't go to the free throw line unless they say she was in the act of shooting. They do not. It will be out of bounds. And the foul goes on Brittany West, her second personal foul. 19 turnovers in the ball game for William Penn has been their downfall, their Achilles heel in this ball game, as they are very good from the free throw line. Three-point shooting for both sides has been way off tonight. Rodney to the hoop. It's going to be called a foul against her, not on her. On the floor. Usher gets the foul. It's her third personal foul, still out of bounds. We've played 29 seconds. The Eagles have had the ball the entire time, and they've got another 20 on the shot clock. Rodney gets it right back out of bounds and lays it up and in. She had no points, and now she's got 7 all of a sudden. The lead back to 4. Victorine on Pennington. West to Peasley. She tries to drive against Eli. Can't find anywhere to go. Ball's tipped. It goes out of bounds as the Lady Eagles now getting their hands in passing lanes and tipping a lot of balls and deflecting them. That one goes out of bounds. It'll be William Penn basketball and Kate Utallo to bring the ball in over in the corner. Gets it in, right back to her. She's going to launch a three that's too long, and Eli with a rebound. Here comes Rodney, and they're running a little harder now. Victorine going to pull it back out and wait. Gives it back to Rodney. Victorine, ball fake. Rodney, three on the way. Good. Lene Rodney's decided it's her turn to be the hero. She's up to 10 points all of a sudden, and it's back to a 7-point lead. And a timeout called by William Penn. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. We won't go anywhere. We'll run down the scoring for you real quick of the players on the floor. Mercedes Jefflo for Central with 14. Rodney now with that outburst has got 10. 6 points for Eli and 2 points for Malumba on the floor. On the other side, 11 points for Brenda Pennington, but I believe that's what she had almost at halftime. I don't believe she scored in the second half. The numbers in the ball game that would tell you why the score is this way. Field goal percentage, Central Methodist 35% in the ball game. William Penn 25%. Central shooting 18%, 5 of 27 from the three-point line, and that includes a couple makes recently. William Penn from the three-point line is shooting 15%, 3 for 19. Long pass, it comes into Pennington in the backcourt. Victorine on her. Victorine's coming to the ball game a couple of different times and guarded Pennington, and she's on her now. Pennington kills her dribble. Gets the ball to West. West a long way from the basket. Back to Pennington, left wing. Looks inside for Usher. Gets the ball into her. She's got nowhere to go. She lowers her head, tries to go to the hoop, kick it over to the corner. Utallo with a three on the way that comes up short. And a shot clock violation. Utallo's last couple of threes, one has been long and didn't draw anything, and that one got the bottom of the net as it went by. So fatigue may setting in a little bit on the William Penn side. Victorine on the right wing, dribbles back top of the key. Jefflo inside to Malumba. She's going to turn in the lane. Rodney, who's got the hot hand, drives in, gets it back to Malumba, tipped and goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Eagles. 7:55 to go. 43-36 is our score. And we've got a sub coming in for William Penn. We've got another one checking in. Autumn Voigt checks back in, and so does Madison Rogan. 7:55 to go, 7-point advantage. Ball comes in, and Jefflo goes and runs it down by half court. Got Pennington on her. She'll probably want to do something against that matchup. Malumba with a lot of steps through the lane. Ball shot is blocked by Voigt. Running the floor to the bigs. They've got it numbers if they can get it down the floor. They can't. Try to bounce it off of Eli's leg, did Pennington, to no avail. Ball's on the floor. Ends up in Rogan's hands. Pennington's got a clean look at a three from straight away. No good. Malumba saves it into Victorine, and she's going to bring it up the court. Going to slow it up and gives it back to Eli. Jefflow in the corner to Rodney. Takes one dribble, squares it up, hits the three. Lene Rodney now with 13 in the ball game, and it's a 10-point advantage. An 11-0 run for the Lady Eagles after they lost the lead at 36-35. Now they hold a 46-36 lead. Yatello not wanting to take a three. Into the lane it goes. Rogan. Pennington going to drive against Victorine. Stops. Leans. Scores. And she'll go to the free throw line. Leaned in to draw a little bit of contact. Got it. Banked it up and in. Taylor Victorine picks up her second foul. That's 13 points now in the ball game for Pennington. Cheyenne Allen into the ball game. Taylor Victorine goes to the bench after some good minutes from her defensively and a three-pointer. Missed free throw. Doesn't happen very often, and William Penn gets the rebound as Yatello got that. Rogan on the right side. Voigt. Pennington draws two. Rogan tries to get it inside to Voigt. She does. Malumba on her. Yatello from the baseline. Doesn't get it to go. Tipped, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with William Penn. As they continue the offensive domination, as now they're up 15 rebounds, 42-27. They have out-rebounded the Lady Eagles in this ball game, including 16 offensive rebounds. Their second chance points are up to 15. Pennington with it. Into the corner it goes. That was Peasley. No, check that. Runner won't go. Tipped out. Should have grabbed it. That was 34 West. Rodney back out now on Pennington. Rogan inside to Smith. Is knocked out of there as Voigt tried to put it up 2-on-1. Allen puts it up. Can't get it to go. It's nice defense, but she comes from out of bounds. Picks it back up. Gets it back. Jefflow inside to Rodney. She's got the hot hand. She spins in the lane, puts it up halfway down and scoops out. So nothing there. Stays 46-38 with 5:40 to go in this fourth period of action. That's Voigt. West to Pennington with Allen on her. She drives lane, can't get it to go. Three-pointer on the way, rims out, no good. Another rebound, that one by Voigt. Into the corner. Three on the way from there and good. 34, that's Brittany West. She's got 6 in the ball game. The lead's down to 5. Rodney. Allen. Eli. Back to Allen's got a 3 if she wants it. They go the other direction to Jefflow. She skips it over to Allen. She looks inside, can't find anything. Now she'll go to Malumba, but she's well away from the basket. Tries to go baseline. Eli, top of the key, Jefflow. 3 on the shot clock. She's going to have to turn and heave it up. Nope, shot clock violation as she could not get the shot away. Crimson Jones back into the ball game. Barely Reardon and Olivia Usher back in for William Penn. 4:42 to go, 46-41. 4 timeouts for the Eagles, 3 timeouts left for William Penn, so I'm sure this last 4:42 is going to take a while to play. Coming up next will be men's action. Same 2 squads, Central Methodist men, William Penn men. William Penn, number 5 in the nation, high-scoring offense. It'll be a tough call for the Eagle men, and there's a bump by Jefflow, and that'll be her 3rd personal foul. 3 fouls for her, 3 fouls for Jones, 3 fouls for Rodney on the players on the floor. Usher back to Pennington. Guarded by Allen. Man defense by the Lady Eagles. They switch around. 3 from long distance, and again, that's West. 2 in a row for her. She's got 9, and the lead's back down to 2. Jefflow, Jones. Jefflow has been contained from driving the lane, which is where she gets a bunch of her points. Rodney, Malumba, Jefflow, going to put a 3 from there. It's going to come up short, and it ends up in Pennington's hands. Chance to tie or take the lead again. As they'll look for West, she's hit a couple of 3s in a row. Pennington with it. Usher. West there. Oh, there. Mackenzie Pesley, 24, not 34, and the second lead of the ball game for William Penn with 3:25 to go. Rodney was open on the baseline. She's got it in the corner. Malumba turns. Can't find a way to the hoop. Allen going to get bumped out by Pennington a long way from the basket, but that's only team foul number 3, so not close yet to shooting free throws. Second personal foul on Pennington. She's got 13. Peasley's got 9, and Usher's got 9, along with West, I think, has 9. They've got 3 up for West, so I guess I've given her credit for a basket that a couple of the Peasleys hitting. Malumba turns underneath the basket, passes it out. Jones knocks it down before it goes out of bounds. She tries to go to the basket. Too much time. 4-on-1 for William Penn. 3 on the way from Peasley again. This one no good. Tipped around. William Penn ends up. It's on the floor, and laying out of bounds with it is a William Penn player, so it will go to Central Methodist. With 2:45 to go, down 1. Eli getting ready to check back in. Malumba going to go to the bench. Jefflow, 14 points, but she had 9 early in the first period. Eli inside, maybe a little bit more of a post threat. She splits left hand, puts it up right-handed, scooping in. Timeout, Central Methodist. We're back with a lead. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in 30 seconds right here on the Eagles. We're back, 48-47, Central Methodist. A basket by Eli just now gives them a 1-point lead, 2:33 to go. Here in period number 4. Last time I was here, which was Monday night, I had a double overtime game on the men's side. Could shape up that way here on the women's side. It'll be William Penn basketball underneath the Central Methodist basket. As everybody kind of forms up, they're wanting to get a player in, but I don't think they're going to allow her in at this point after the timeout. And it comes. West to Usher. Pressure from the Lady Eagles. Pennington against Allen. Trapped in a good spot, and a timeout called by William Penn. So since we just had a break, we'll stay here. It's a 30-second timeout. It's the coach over there, Coach Williamson, knew that he had a player getting trapped in a bad spot, so he calls a timeout before she's trapped just over the half-court line on the sideline. It's just about the worst place you can get to in against a trapping defense is stop right there, because you can't go backwards. It's backcourt, and you can't go very much one way or the other. You go sideways or across, and in either event, Coach Williamson says that's enough of that, calls a timeout, has a quick word. 21 on the shot clock, 2:23 to go in the ball game. It's Jefflow, Rodney, Eli, Allen, and Jones for the Eagles. It is West, Pennington, Usher, and now Yatalo checks back in, and Peasley for William Penn. And then it comes to Peasley. Gives it back to West. She's going to be double teamed, trying to find somebody. Finds Pennington, and she's going to be double teamed as soon as she grabs it. Almost comes across half court into the back court. Gets it off. It's going to go. Nope. Usher's going to fire a three and hit it. So 2-point lead for William Penn with 2 minutes to go. Allen on the right wing. Looks inside to Rodney. She's been most of the offense for the Lady Eagles as she tries to go baseline. Can't. Tries to throw it off of Usher's foot. Usher maintains possession of it, though. And up it comes to West. She's going to get it across half court. Jones all over her. Chance to go to a 2-possession lead here for William Penn with 1:30 to go here in the ballgame. William Penn, again, receiving votes. They are not in the top 25, but they're probably in the top 30. Jones, blocking foul as she jumped in front of Pennington. Pennington, an excellent free throw shooter at 86.4%. 4 for 5 in the ball game from the free throw line, but it's not in the bonus yet. That's only the third team foul. I jumped the gun on that. Yatalo. Pennington. Play clock reset to 20. Now we're at 14. Allen all over her. Has to play defense. Only down 2. Pennington tries to go to the hoop. Usher turns, puts it up too hard. Rodney with a rebound. As we're at 1 minute to go in this ball game. Lene Rodney to Jones down the lane, puts it up, no good. Goes right to Eli, puts it up. She can't score, but she's fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Yatala with a foul, her second. Eli shooting to a 57% free throw shooter. 4 for 7 is all that the Lady Eagles are from the free throw line. First one back of the rim, no good. Still a one-possession game with 53.3 to go. Eli. Second free throw is good. Cuts it down to 1. Central Methodist with a timeout. We'll keep it here. We want to thank our sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. Obviously, Central Methodist University. Rick Ball Auto Mall with dealerships in Boonville and Sedalia, and the WK family of dealerships with dealerships in Boonville and Sedalia as well. We thank them for jumping on board and helping out with the broadcast. And we are happy to be doing this. Happy to be bringing you the ball games. This is Charlie Brown. 53.3 to go. A 1-point Central Methodist deficit in this game as William Penn 50-49. Early on, I said it looked like a 60-point game. It looks like the first one to about 55 is going to be the winner. It'll be William Penn basketball under the central basket, and I'm sure the Lady Eagles are going to come out in a press defense. There is one player for William Penn standing over by herself in front of the scorer's table that nobody's paying attention to, and now Crimson Jones goes over there. Ball comes inbounds to Peasley. She spins, gets it ahead to Yatella. Peasley. Stripped of the ball by Rodney. 2-on-1. Rodney takes it to the hoop. Scoop reverse, good. And it's a 1-point lead for Lady Eagles with 36 to go. So Central could get the ball back, and we've got a foul in the backcourt. That'll go on Cheyenne Allen. We're trying to figure if that's number 4 or number 5. It says 4 on the scoreboard. So 32.9. So now William Penn can run it all the way down to about 3 seconds on the game clock. And there's a ball knocked into the backcourt. Pennington has it. Double team. She's going to go to the hoop. Puts it up and in with 21 to go. Rodney with the basketball to Jefflow. Jefflow going to take it right to the hoop. Puts it up left-handed and scores. 16 seconds to go. Lady Eagles now with a 1-point advantage after that basket. We'll keep it here William Penn with a timeout. And they're trying to figure out, and it's going to be a full 1 minute timeout, so we'll keep it here and talk to you a little bit. That gets it down each side now with 2 timeouts left in this regulation 4th period of play. Jefflo with her 16th point there. Rodney with the basket right before that has 15 points in the ball game. 15 points on the other side for Pennington. And Usher with 12. And Peasley with 9. She's got 3 3-pointers, so you need to pay attention to her. It's a 1-point game. You don't need a 3 if you're William Penn, but you do need a basket. You need to score somehow. Lady Eagles need to play defense. Try and get the ball back. Next foul will put both sides into the bonus of shooting free throws. And I can tell you that on the season, Central Methodist shoots 69% from the free throw line, and William Penn shoots 75% from the free throw line. So, only player on the floor in foul trouble is Crimson Jones for the Lady Eagles. She's got 4. Almost everybody else has got 3. It will be Brittany West to inbound the ball, but a timeout now called by Central Methodist as Coach Davis sees the setup of how they were going to inbound the ball. So he's going to draw up some defense for that, while Coach Williamson on the other side changes his inbounds play a little bit. So CMU cheerleaders out on the floor. You get a look at those people as the timeout's going on. 16.3 to go in this ball game that is a lot closer than most people thought. But again, William Penn is in what would be the top 30 as they're receiving votes for the top 25. Not enough to be 25, but enough to be in the top 30 or so. And they've only got 3 conference losses, so a win by them would give Central their second loss and put Central in second place in the conference. As I think Grandview, I don't have it right in front of me, but I think Grandview only has 1 loss on the season conference-wise. Horn rings, and now Coach Williamson's changed up from a 1-4 inbounds, or a 4-line, straight line. He's got them staggered out a little bit. Look for a back cut to get to the basket somehow. Somebody cutting through and going to the basket, and that's what happened, but they missed Brittany West going down the lane. And another timeout, I believe, called by Central, and that's their last timeout. William Penn has 1 left, as that took almost 5 seconds off the clock. We're at 11.8, and they're going to look at the clock over. The officials looking at the monitor over on the sideline to see if they need to put any more time back on. They put time back on in the men's game the other night. They put an extra second on at the end, and it made a lot of difference as Benedictine drove the length of the floor and scored as time expired with that extra second put on the clock. If the second hadn't been there, they would have had to have rushed a jumper instead of shooting a layup on the end. So 1 second is important, as we found out the other night. Sent the game into overtime. Then it ended up going to the second overtime before it was done. Officials stopped the Central women coming back out so they don't go over and stand by the William Penn sideline, as the timeout's not quite up yet. So 11.8 to go. Eli, Rodney, Jones, Jefflo, Allen, the starters on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Again, look for somebody cutting to the basket. They get it inbounds to the basket. This is Usher. Step through, walks, gets away with it. And I don't know how that was not called, because that certainly looked like she spun and took an extra step, but it's not called. And 3.6. Going to take a 30-second timeout, and we'll see if they advance the ball to the front court, as that gives William Penn a 54-53 lead, and I think they will advance it because they didn't bring the ball inbounds. They can advance it into the front court for this last 3.6, which was exactly what was on the clock, 3.6 for the men's game the other night. Is there Central Methodist staff looking at the monitor to see if there should be any more time than that put up on the clock? The officials have not looked at it yet. It'll be inbounded right by the Central bench, so it will be a catch, dribble, and a shot to win it, or William Penn will win this ball game and improve on the season. Allen inbounded, and the last timeout called by William Penn. As Coach Williamson did what Coach Davis did earlier, he looked at the setup. Coach Davis walking over, how do they have a timeout left? Asking a question. It'll be interesting to go back after a while. When you want to go, you can go back and rewatch this game later by doing the exact thing you got to get here and then hit on demand rather than live upcoming. And you'll find this game, it'll be interesting to go back and watch that last shot. And you can watch it in slow motion and back it up and go through it again. But it certainly appeared she took an extra step as she spun and then took a step and laid it up and in. Usher did, but it doesn't make any difference whether she did or she didn't take an extra step. Not called, not a violation. 54-53, 3.6 to go. Same group on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Jeff Lowe, Rodney's been the hot hand. She's standing left wing out by the three-point line. Allen to bring it in. We'll see if they run Jeff Lowe up for a pick or run Rodney down for a pick and try and get a shot there. So here we go, last few seconds. Rodney goes and gets a pick for Jeff Lowe. In it comes to Rodney in the corner. She dribbles underneath, puts it up, can't get it to go, but she's fouled with 0.7 of a second left. And Lene Rodney will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. She is a 64.6% shooter. We're looking to see the foul was on Pennington. It's only her third. I don't know what. They're going to go look at the monitor to check the clock, I guess. That's because nobody's got a timeout left, so it's not either one of the clubs stopping the clock here. And this is not good for Central Methodist as Rodney's being iced right now, standing over on the sideline. She'd like to go to the free throw line and shoot rather than stand around and talk about strategy. So basically here's what it's going to come down to. Rodney makes one, we're going to go to overtime. Rodney makes two, Central's going to win. Rodney misses them both, William Penn's going to win. Because there's not time for much anything else other than a tip off of a miss by Central. Rodney stretching her legs, waiting as the officials continue to look at the clock, look over at the monitor to see when the foul occurred, to whether they want to put any more time on the clock. I'm happy that they get this right, but this extra time of waiting around is not good for Central's free throw shooter. She'll step up and make them both now that I've said that, and I will be thrilled if that's what happens. As we continue to look at the monitor on the sidelines, two officials looking at it to figure out what the time factor will be. Even if they put it back to a second, it's not going to make much difference. They put it back at 1.6. That's going to be a rebound, a dribble or two, and a heave. So Lene Rodney to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Senior from Peekskill, New York. First free throw, no good off the back of the rim. So now the best the Eagles can do is tie it. Second free throw, in the air, good. All they can do is get it inbounds. They're going to try and throw it long, but that's not going to work. Tipped around, out of bounds. She stepped on the end line. They'll go look. The clock says 0, but I'm sure they'll go look at the monitor. But even if they have 0.3 of a second, that's catch and shoot. So they'll go look. We're at 54-54. The clock says double zeros, so we could be in overtime here. I'm going to have to find Shelby Scott, the SID here at Central, and tell her if they're going to have overtime games every time I come here, they're going to have to start paying me some more. Bonus bucks for bonus play. As they look at the clock, I mean, the only thing it's going to be is just get it in. You're just going to have to catch it and shoot it if it's 0.3 of a second, because if it's less than that, you can't do anything except tip it. So you'd have to throw it close to the basket and hope somebody tips it and either tips it in or is fouled on the tip attempt. They're going to put 0.1 of a second on the clock. Is that what they're going to do? They're holding up one finger. 1 second. So you got time to catch it now and get a shot off. And they'll try to find Jeff Lowe or Rodney for that shot. Rodney's bringing it in, so watch for a catch and throw right back to her. Jeff Lowe is on this side of the floor by the three-point line. She's going to come across on a pick by Jones. To Eli. Gets the shot off. No good. Partially blocked. No foul. And we're going to go to overtime. So we will have a 5-minute overtime coming up in just a second. 12-9 at the end of one. 27-20 at the end of the second period. 36, doing my math, 27-11 is 38-36 at the end of three, and tied at 54 at the end of regulation. Both sides will get an additional timeout given to them for the overtime period. As I was here the other night and saw the men's game do that, so one timeout for each. Both sides will be shooting bonus free throws from now on for any foul. So you've got the basic gist of all this. Jones with 4 fouls, the only player on the floor at the end of regulation in foul trouble with 4. Rodney's got 3. Jeff Lowe's got 3. Eli's got 3. So it'll be a jump ball, and it looks like Deja Eli jumping against Usher, Olivia Usher. Eli jumps pretty well. We'll see if the Eagles get the tip. They don't. It goes off the back of Eli and goes to Pennington. Utalo back to Pennington. First possession of overtime belongs to William Penn. West looks inside. Pennington in off the left wing. And we've got a blocking foul called over on the side against William Penn. That goes against Peasley, her second foul. Since it's an offensive foul, no free throws. Jeff Lowe to bring it across half court. Looks for Allen, gets it to her. Lady Eagles recognizing this is a matchup zone, trying to do picks that don't work very well against the zone. Allen inside to Eli. Jumper on the way and good. DJ Eli, she's got 11 now off the bench for the Lady Eagles and a 2-point advantage. 56-54. Pennington with the basketball as we approach 4:15 to go. West, Usher. Usher scored the last basket at the end of regulation. Utalo steps away and hits a 3. Ball fake, got traffic out of the way and hit a 3. Allen, Rodney going to drive down the middle, kicks it back out. Jones down the lane, tries to get it back to Rodney, and it's stolen away by Peasley. Pennington with it, 1-point advantage, 3:40 to go. West, Usher, Pennington. Going to come top of the key extended out by half court with Allen on her. That's a long 3 from there, no good. Jeff Lowe with a rebound, and it's 4-on-2, and she's going to take it to the hoop. I've seen this act before. She's fouled as she goes there. Not believing that she fouled, but one's called as Jeff Lowe's just going to put her head down and go to the hoop when she gets a chance. And we'll see who that foul goes on. Goes on Usher, her 4th foul, so she's in foul trouble now. Jeff Lowe at the free throw line. First one back of the rim, no good. Jeff Lowe on the season, a 78% free throw shooter. A little bit of a funny looking motion as she really spins it and spins out on her. And down with a rebound is William Penn. Basketball, 3:15 to go, 1-point advantage. Eli trying to force the issue. Nice place to trap. Held ball. It's Central Methodist basketball on the alternating possession. As Rodney tied up Peasley. Allen, right wing, looks inside Eli. She's going to take it too. She kicks it out to Jeff Lowe, who's wanting some room to go. Can't find anything. Allen in the corner. 3 is going to be short. Goes off the side of the backboard. It's on the floor. And Eli gets it underneath. Nice find to Lene Rodney in a basket. Nice look by Deja Eli to find an open person underneath the basket. And Rodney lays it in. Central Methodist by 1, 2:37 to go. Pennington out front running clock. Looking for a setup. And there's a foul called. Be a holding call, and if that goes on Crimson Jones, it'll be her 5th. It is. That's foul number 5 as she fouls out. 2 points in the ball game for her. She averages much more than that. She averages almost 11. So Coach Davis taking his time as he gets 20 seconds or so. And it looks like Victorine is going to come into the ball game. Usher going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair off the bonus. 78.6% free throw shooter. 11 of 13 in the game for William Penn from the free throw line. She makes the first one to tie it up. 6 of 13 for the Lady Eagles. That's hurt, along with the rebounding deficit. Second one no good, tipped around, and ends up in Jeff Lowe's hands. Tie ball game halfway through this overtime period. Rodney with it. Victorine. Back to Rodney. Look inside to Eli, can't get it to her. Allen. Jeff Lowe, she wants to drive. Finds room down the lane, puts it up, rolls it, gets it to go. And they're going to call an offensive foul. The official outside looked in under the basket, looked to see if the basket went in, and then calls an offensive foul and wipes the basket out. That's the 4th foul on Jeff Lowe. Usher gets the ball. Pressure coming. West doesn't get her pocket picked as Rodney tried to get it on the way by, but Victorine's going to get it. And we'll see who the foul is going to go on as Victorine and Usher. It's going to go on Usher, and Victorine is going to go to the free throw line. We've got bodies all over the place. We got a 3-car pileup out there as Rodney's on the floor, Victorine's on the floor, and Usher was on the floor. And that's Usher's 5th foul. So that's a big loss for them. She's got 15 points and has been their go-to person inside when they needed a basket. Autumn Voigt back into the ball game. No free throws, as they say that was an offensive foul instead of a shooting foul. Here comes Jeff Lowe. Rodney with a 3 on the way, front of the rim, dances around, no good. The only rebounder was Eli, and she couldn't corral it. 1:45 to go. Here comes pressure on Pennington. She gets it across to Yatalo. Back to Pennington. Each side with 1 timeout, each side in the bonus. Victorine on Pennington now switches off, double team. Eli switches back. Somebody's open somewhere. That's West. Underneath the basket is where it was open, but tipped away. Knocked around, and Jeff Lowe ends up with it in the corner. She's going to try and take it to the hoop. Victorine 3 deep in the corner, halfway down and out. Rodney fouls on the rebound. They're flashing. They were flashing 10 on the board, but that didn't work. It's 58-58, and to the free throw line to shoot a pair. As the Eagles cannot buy a three-pointer. They are from the three-point line. They are 6 of 31 in the ball game. Half of their shots have been three-pointers, and they're shooting 19%. I believe this is Autumn Voigt at the free throw line. First one back of the rim, no good. Stays tied. Central fans imitating the William Penn bench when they make whooping noises. Second free throw good, so we're off the tie game. 1 point lead, William Penn. 1:07 to go. It's Jeff Lowe and Rodney. Allen, Victorine, back to Rodney. She thought about a three, wants to drive. Almost lost the handle on it. Victorine gets it back to Rodney. Going to reset with 13 on the shot clock. Rodney going to take it down the lane. And an offensive foul called on Lene Rodney, and she fouls out of the ball game. She leaves with 18 points. She lowered her head, lowered her shoulder, and fouls out of the ball game. It'll be William Penn basketball after Coach Davis finally decides what he's going to do. Placiado comes back into the ball game, and she'll have to figure out who she's guarding. 48.8. The Eagles will get the ball back with a rebound. Into Pennington. Placiado waiting to double team. Victorine on her. Play good defense. Rebound a miss, and you still got a shot. 18 seconds difference on the shot clock and game clock. Pennington out by half court. 12. Here comes some picks to try and get her some room. There she goes toward the basket. Cut off. She goes baseline underneath. Into the lane. Jumper on the way. Rolls around no good. Tipped. Allen with the basketball with 16 to go. Here comes Jeff Lowe on the run. Victorine all the way to the other corner. Placiado with a three. Can't get it to go, but she's fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot three with 5.8 to go. That foul goes on Yatalo. It's her third foul. Preciado to the free throw line where she is an 85% free throw shooter. 5.8 to go. Tough to stand there and shoot three. If you make the first one, you're in good shape. She does not. Again, the free throws are killing the Eagles. They are 6 of 14 from the free throw line. Preciado misses the second one. And now we're down to making one to tie it and force a little more. 30-second timeout called by Coach Davis as he wants Preciado to get off the free throw line and relax and make one of the three that she has here. The big numbers in the ball game. William Penn, 24 turnovers in the game, but they are 13 of 17 from the free throw line. The Eagles, on the other hand, have been out-rebounded 50 to 37, and they're shooting 43% from the free throw line for the game. Preciado needs to hit a free throw to tie it up and force William Penn to do something with the basketball to try and win it in this first overtime. Encouragement from Eli to Preciado. All standing a very alone feeling. She makes it, ties the game at 59, and now a timeout called by William Penn. They will advance it to the front court after that because they didn't throw the ball in bounds, and they'll have 5.8 seconds to get a shot off. Central will have 5.8 seconds to get a steal and try and get it down the floor and score. And it looks like Spencer's going to check into the game for the Lady Eagles. Both sides with 5 points in the overtime. It was 54-54 at the end of regulation. Two Lady Eagles have already fouled out of the ball game. That would be Jones and Rodney. Spencer in to try and give some speed and defense and hopefully a steal on this inbounds pass, because that's really the only way that the Lady Eagles can win right now is to steal it and go down and score, because William Penn's going to run it down and get the last shot, and unless there's a foul on a rebound or something, inbounds it comes. 3 from deep in the corner, good. As Pennington hits a 3 from the corner, as they're going to talk about it as to whether or not it was a 3. And no timeouts. It was a 3. 1.6 to go. Get the Victorine. And a 2-car accident, 3-car pileup at midcourt. There'll be a foul call, but it's not going to do any good. There may be a tenth of a second or two left, but if it's Central going to the free throw line, the only thing they can do is make the first one, miss the second one, and hope for a tip. But they'll go look at the monitor. Big shot by Brenda Pennington. 18 points for her in the ball game. The foul's on Autumn Voigt, her third personal foul. Going to the free throw line will be Central Methodist, but they'll shoot 2. They're down 3. So somehow the only thing that can be done is make the first free throw, and if there's 0 on the clock, these free throws are academic. They'll make no difference whatsoever in the final outcome of this ball game. Polk gets ready to check back in. This will be a big win for William Penn on the road. If this turns the way it is, they'll go to a 12-4 and 8-3 in the Hart, and the Eagles will go to 8-2, and they'll drop to second place in the Hart standings. We will be back here. The next home game that we'll have on the schedule, as I look at it, will be a week from tonight when Clark comes to town for a 5:30 ball game. Central goes on the road for their next ball game to Baker. So a lot of conversation while they look at the play clock. They can't be more than 0.3 of a second at the most, which would be enough for a tip-in. But that's the only hope that Central has. Make the first free throw. They're 7 of 16 from the free throw line in this game. So I'm looking to see free throw-wise on the season. They shoot 68%, and they're shooting 43% right now. So it's Jefflow at the line to shoot a pair. Players on the line, it's Deja Eli who really has a way to get to the ball. First free throw is good as they put 0.7 of a second back up on the board, so enough time for a tip and a shot off of a missed free throw, or the only other option is to steal. Second free throw, no good, off the back of the rim, rolls around, tied up, and that's the end of the ball game. It'll end up 62-60. William Penn wins in overtime. So I'll give you a quick rundown on the scores for Central Methodist. 18 points for Lene Rodney, 17 points for Mercedes Jefflow, 11 points for Deja Eli, and 4 points for Cheyenne Allen, 2 points Elizabeth Spencer, 2 points Crimson Jones, and 2 points for Gloria Malumba. For the victorious William Penn team, 18 points, including that three-pointer that won it by Brenda Pennington in overtime. 15 points for Olivia Usher. 9 points for Mackenzie Peasley. 8 points for Kate Yatalo. 5 points for Autumn Vaught. 4 points Bailey Reardon, and 3 points for Brittany West. So that will do it. We will be back in about 15 minutes with the boys' game, the men's game. Same 2 squads, same 2 schools playing. This is Charlie Brown telling you that the final score, again, as I have to flip down as they've got the scoreboard cleared. Final score, as I'm trying to find it on my screen because I think it was 66-64, is the final. We'll be back in 15 minutes You've been watching basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.